Hello, It's a Wonderful Podcast patrons and friends. We are here with another retro trailer reaction, and this one is pretty retro, Morgan.
Very, yes. We're finally doing it. Jeannine, hello everyone. Welcome back to another retro trailer reaction. I mean, I think when we spoke about starting to do a few of these, it was always thought of that we would go and do very, very old trailers for movies that we'd be talking about on the main show.
Yeah.
It just so happens to have been that the ones we've done so far have been Morgan Hasn't Seen movies from the 90s.
Yes.
But I think this is the true, this is what the retro trailer reactions on It's a Wonderful Podcast were always meant to be. I think this today, which is exciting.
Yes, because nobody really watches these old trailers for classic films this time.
Not unless they're on a home media release or anything like that, which you tend to, if nothing else, always get the original trailer in a Blu-ray or a DVD or whatever it may be.
And most people haven't seen these older trailers because, I mean, obviously these movies aren't being advertised like a movie that you would have seen in the theaters in your time. So
no, they're not. But this is for, this week's main show, this week's It's a Wonderful Podcast, which you can, of course, find on the It's a Wonderful Podcast feed, all major podcast platforms. As of the date of the airing of this, it would have been episode 228, I think, of the show, if you're watching this in the future. On the YouTube channel, of course, I should say. Subscribe, ding your notification bells on this It's a Wonderful Podcast YouTube channel for all the fun stuff we have here. Only a little bit of which includes these retro trailer reactions, and certainly more of them will be coming. But Jeannine, I think we should just get on in and watch the trailer for David Lean's Brief Encounter from 1945. Britishy, romancy,
yes,
all of it. All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. We want this camera.
Also, I have a sleeping bulldog in here, so if you hear snoring,
it can be very disrespectful to Brief Encounter. Okay, let's go.
Of course, the big text on screen, that's typical.
It just makes it all the more better.
I'm a happily married woman. Or rather, I was until a few weeks ago. This is my whole world.
I mean, I do really like that kind of recurring theme music from this movie as well, though.
Yeah.
Oh, no, please, it's only something in my eye.
Try pulling your eyelid down as far as it'll go.
And then blowing your nose. Please, Debbie, look, I happen to be a doctor.
I did like how Stanley Holloway from My Fair Lady was in there as well.
That's how it all began.
Alfie Doolittle.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I like that they're using her narration as kind of a trailer narration.
How extraordinary, so am I.
I thought you had to be all day at the hospital.
I do love that scene as well, that little back and forth there. Oh, are you going to the pictures today? Oh, well, so am I, that's fun.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going at all.
Small, dark, rather delicate.
How funny, I just thought you would have been fair.
Yes, we're showing their relationship growing. Okay, like we're getting like a full story with this trailer.
I mean, this is the thing with old trailers, isn't it? They do tell you pretty much entirely what's going to happen in the movie, and then just say, you want to go and watch this in full, don't you? Of course you do. Come on.
And again, like you said, using the music that's actually in the movie.
Yeah.
Behave like sensible human beings.
Like this.
There's still time.
This is a really heavily emotional part of the movie. that you wouldn't get in
I don't think
trailers
such violent
today
things could
because
happen to ordinary people.
they're more interested in teasing you.
Yeah.
Give us a kiss.
Oh, no such thing. The lady might say.
Delightful comedy, really.
I wouldn't go that.
No, I wouldn't.
It's not really a comedy, is it?
I mean, in British sensibility, would those scenes be considered delightful comedy?
I guess so.
However unhappy you are,
A little bit of
however
relief,
much you hate
perhaps.
yourself, that you'll meet me again next Thursday
Where?
outside the hospital at 12:30.
All right, I promise.
Emotion and understanding.
I just wish my life was, kind of segmented by huge text just appearing in front of me, telling me what was happening.
I think one day we should just make an old trailer like this for the channel. With
That would be an excellent
with side
idea.
sweeps and giant text in black and white. Like,
Oh, there we go.
celluloid flickering. Yeah.
There
That
we
was a
go.
good trailer. It kind of gave you what you needed to know, and then there wasn't like a voiceover coming in. You had the text.
Yeah, you don't get your silly, oh dear, what's happening in this movie kind of nonsense.
Yes, but
You
having
actually
to
get
read.
everything.
Yes, and having to read makes you an active participant in the trailer, right?
That is a very good point. You're actually watching the trailer. There's things to actually watch in the trailer.
Yes.
Trailers today, they are either for the huge movies where you're just looking for any sort of tease in the trailer, which is usually plainly obviously put in there anyway.
Yeah.
But there's a real, I don't think there's a good marketing around trailers these days that there is back then. Like, that trailer is doing absolutely nothing but telling you watching it, you want to see this, don't you? Look at it. It's
Yes, this is
going
what
to
you're
be
gonna
good. This
see.
it's going to be really good.
Yes.
This is
And
what you're going to see. This is what you're going to get. Look at these lovely performances.
Listen
in
to
these
this
really
music.
emotional scenes.
Yeah.
Listen to the music that's in the movie. Let me tell you basically what's going to be in the movie.
You're gonna get some delightful comedy.
Apparently so. I mean, sure, yes, there's a little bit of
silliness.
lightheartedness in there. There is, but mostly it's a pretty emotional romance movie. It's really quite a seriously taken movie, and all the better for it.
Yes.
As you will find out,
it
when
plays up to kind of the best parts of it too. So you're really
Yeah.
kind of wrapped up in how is this going to end for these people. So yeah, I think it built up kind of anticipation. It showed some of the best moments, the best parts of their performances. The music really helped kind of sell the drama of what you're going to see. And also, like, if you enjoyed the music, that's what you're going to get to see actually and hear in the film.
Yeah.
And
so that, full of particularly Trevor Howard, who it comes across, in the full movie as well, of course, but you did get it in that trailer. Those little tiny glimpses of just very, very subtle, charming wit.
Yes.
That you are going to get with a British movie in the 40s that's based on a Noel Coward play.
And no coded interference.
No Hollywood code.
Yeah.
It is it's a British film through and through. And it's widely considered one of Britain's very best movies. And watch that trailer. You might not think this would be considered one of Britain's best ever movies, but it really is a wonderful movie.
I think David Lean got an Oscar nomination. Won several awards. And,
I mean, David Lean's just generally great anyway. But more discussion to be had on Brief Encounter on the main episode of It's a Wonderful Podcast. That you, if you're watching this on the release day, you won't be able to listen to it yet, but it will be this Friday's or episode 228 of It's a Wonderful Podcast that you can find on the It's a Wonderful Podcast feed. Like I said, all major podcast platforms. Lovely trailer. Well done, the trailer
Yay.
of Brief Encounter. We like that, don't we,
We
Jeannine?
do. Very much.
We have other stuff on this YouTube channel as well. Couple of little reviews, movie collection videos, watch-alongs, live discussions, and the full video episode of Monday Madness every single Monday as well. Like I said, though, the It's a Wonderful Podcast feed for the main show, It's a Wonderful Podcast, Morgan Hasn't Seen, and Monday Madness in audio form. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have you covered there on all major podcast platforms. All sorts of stuff is scrolling down at the bottom of the screen, including the Patreon. There's a donation link and our social medias as well. Find the show on Twitter at It's a Wonderful One. Me on Twitter at the Purple Don with a 3 instead of the E in there because, Jeannine.
3 is the magic number.
On Instagram at the Purple Don. All your lovely Britishy romanticized stuff is where.
You can find me at Jeannine_Bean_ on Twitter, Jeannine_ on Instagram and TikTok. If you want to get any merch for any of our shows, you can find that in the scrolling link below on teespring.com. Just search It's a Wonderful Podcast. And if you want to purchase any of my art in print form, you can find that at my Big Cartel shop, g9design.bigcartel.com.
Lovely stuff. Great movie, great trailer. We'll be back with more very, very soon.
Yes.
One thing left
I'm sure
to
we'll be
do.
going back to the 90s.
Oh, yes, most definitely. One thing left to do, though, Jeannine, I want your biggest, stereotypicalist British voice, please.
Oh my goodness. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye.